Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna, and we are basically talking about the process. Basically, how many types of process basically are there in this world? One person told that basically our planet is passing data to Mars, Mars is passing data to the Jupiter, Jupiter is passing data to Saturn, Saturn is passing data to Meton, Meton is passing data to number is basically passing data to uh, Jupiter is basically passing data to Jupiter, Jupiter is basically passing data to Jupiter, Jupiter is basically passing data to protocol. Like this, basically the planets basically are dating process. The planets basically are passing the process. Sorry, passing the data. That is one process. Then he told that yes, basically 100% that is basically one process. That means you want to say that in Earth planet basically is creating one set of planets. Then he told that basically, yeah, Earth planet is creating his family basically. Earth planet actually is creating his family basically, so that basically the data can be passed from here to there to there. Like this, basically, their generation basically is ongoing. They are basically their generation is basically ongoing. That when do you say that in universe basically the Earth planet generation is ongoing? Then he told that yes, basically 100%. That means that is process. Then he told that basically yes, that is process basically. So from there basically the process is started. That means this is a birth process of one planet to another planet to another, like this basically you want to say that. Then he told that basically yes, basically you are 100% correct basically. Then basically he told that basically on the basis of what basically they designed the process. That basically literally asked the question basically. Then he told that basically according to the universe gets the data. Nobody knows the basically how from basically the data are basically given to the Earth planet. So he told that basically there might be some process basically from where basically the data he might be getting. Then he told that basically 100% correct line. Like this, our planet basically is also passing the data. Like this, other planets are passing the data. Like this, basically, assume that till now basically 1500 basically process data has been created. Sorry, 1500 family has been created by Earth planet. By Earth planet. Like this, basically, birth has created, and the generation 100% going to be happen basically. The generation basically that is 100% going to happen. Nobody can stop that basically his generation also basically. That means you want to say like that. That nobody in this world basically can stop the earth planet generation. You want to say like that basically. That means the in earth planet basically some group has if for example some group has finished 1% generation. That means somebody basically has finished the generation. That means the generation somebody has finished. Then he told that basically how basically anybody basically got the rights to finish his anybody generation. Then basically he told that basically that person was creating lots of problem in sports. So sports group basically finished his generation, next generation. Then he told that basically how basically sports group can get this type of authority. Then they told that basically businessmen basically given the authority. That means money finished his generation. That means our planet generation going to finish with the help of the money. That means businessmen finished the earth planet. That you want to say like that? He told that basically Earth planet basically nobody can finish the Earth planet. How basically Earth planet generation basically can be finished? Then he told that basically anything can happen basically because the universe group says that we are always ready to finish any planet. Means planet basically they can't finish, but the generation basically of the human basically they finish in within second basically because they have authority basically. Because if any planets are creating problem, then basically they can finish the any planet any second. That means you want to say that Earth planet can finish any second. Then basically he told that basically mostly basically this is not possible because the process is ongoing. If the process is ongoing, then basically nobody universe in group basically they will finish. But they always keeps the data backup basically. That we are basically always keeping the data backup of the particular planet because the process is ongoing basically. The process basically is ongoing. So if the process is ongoing, then basically uh, data basically are also, the data basically are also kept like this only basically. That means you want to say that for example, one person family is not going, then basically you told that basically his generation is ended by some group basically. You want to say like that basically. Then basically you told that basically how basically one generation from persons basically generation can be end here. That is not possible basically. Literally that is not possible. How basically one human basically can, then he told that basically you are not seeing Gaza basically what are the things basically happen. You are not seeing basically in Israel basically what are the things basically happen. He told that yes, yeah, basically then human generation basically, if anybody person basically do the Nasbandi and give the HIV AIDS, that basically things are normal basically in our planet. Then he told that yes, basically literally basically these all are the normal basically in the earth planet basically. This all are basically normal thing basically in our planet. To finish anybody's generation, to finish anybody's, to give anybody HIV AIDS, like this basically all things are basically normal in the earth planet. But this all basically task basically company gives. Then they told us yes, basically company basically have lots of Abhiman basically. In this Abhiman basically they can finish anybody's generation, they can finish anybody, they can give anybody HIV AIDS. Like this basically which companies are those basically? You know the list of that company basically. Then he told that basically all companies are equal basically. All companies are equal basically. Then he told that no, basically that is not possible basically. Entire company basically never becomes one. There are basically set of groups basically. Then one person told that basically if Pakistani army basically can work in India basically, then basically you can just imagine. Yeah, basically you are correct. Yeah, that means all companies are one. That means all companies basically are one. Same way basically there is one city basically which do the entire universe level process, and that city basically exists also. Basically. That is the main thing. Basically. Then he told that basically that city is going to exist on the last day of world. Then basically 100% basically because to create that city basically lots of expenses basically done. How basically they can finish the city basically on the base of chain process. That is not possible, impossible basically. That city basically took more than 90 lakh crore basically. To create the city, 90 lakh crore is a small amount basically. 90 lakh crore is a small amount. And they're basically big scientists basically are staying, big professional basically are big software company basically owner basically stays, big software company professional basically are staying, big software company developers managers basically diverse delivery heads, CEOs, vice president, CTO basically these all groups are basically staying, that also of big software company basically. Then how basically we can say that that city is somebody is going to end, I mean somebody means universe group, because universe group basically say that we have created for that our purpose. Then how basically they can end the city? Then he told that basically yes, basically that is not possible. Basically, I don't think they are going to end the city. Then basically, what is the name of the city? Basically, he literally asked that. He basically literally asked basically which is that city? Tell me. Then he told that basically that city basically mostly is in India basically. Then he told that big software company don't stay in India basically. They are basically in USA, Europe, Italy. Few people stays in Israel. Few people stays in Saudi Arab. Few people stays in Dubai. So where is basically that city? Here basically, where is that city? You know that city? Then he told that mostly there basically house basically exist there basically, but mostly basically they don't stay in one place basically. Mostly people basically they don't stay in one place basically. Mostly the people basically they don't stay in one place. Basically. Mostly people basically they don't stay in one place basically. Mostly basically they don't stay in one place. Then basically he told that basically they don't stay in one place. You want to say like that basically. Yes, basically I want to say like that. Then basically one person told that from one laptop basically, for example, this basically all comes in basically human resource side basically. This all basically comes in human resource side because they are basically all resources basically of the Earth planet. So like this also basically the level of human resource group basically now its level basically has increased basically because all human resource of the software company they are basically controlled by this all groups only basically. Then he told that basically these all are groups are this whole group basically are also basically into human process sorry into process group basically. Then they told that basically yes basically 100% they are into the process group only basically. They are into the process group only. That means the process basically cycles basically starts from sky basically. That is basically from universe. Then he told that 100% basically. In Earth planet basically God groups are basically there like Jesus Christ group, Sri Krishna group. This all basically groups are basically there. So basically you can just imagine basically Jesus Christ group, Sri Krishna group, Swami Narayan group is there basically. Few people say that Swami Narayan still exists. Then basically, how is it possible? Yeah, Swaminarayan died, I think 200, 300 before Bali. How basically he can see it like this? No, basically his body basically existed with the new face basically because one of the energy person and the blood cells person basically told that basically it's not possible that Swaminarayan will end basically because it's not possible because he is basically one of the blood cells basically of the Krishna Bhagwan God. So mostly basically it's not possible he will end. He basically might have got some new body cells, new body face. Then basically his entire family might be there, yeah. But where his family might be? Then he told that is not possible. Basically, we might. That means the political people they are basically just 70, 80 years old. Basically, 70, 80 years back processes it is. But Swaminarayan basically died 200 years before. Basically, I think 200, 300 years before. So this is very old data basically. Then he told that yes, basically it is very old data. That is basically very old data basically. That means the process basically this is also basically one process you want to say. That means you want to say this is also one process. Then he told that basically yes, yeah, this is also basically one process basically. This is also basically one process. So one person told that basically who basically is doing this process here basically. People are dying, then basically they are going getting new birth. Like this basically is like Swaminarayan basically still exists somewhere in place. Then one person told that Pramukh Swami basically died, I think 7 8 years before. Basically, he also basically exists. Then he told that basically 100% he also might be exist. If Swami Narayan basically exists, then basically Pramukh Swami will not exist. Then he told that basically he died in basically he lied actually he died right basically. Then he told that yes he died basically, but his body basically he basically the one birth basically has died right yeah one birth actually died. Then one person told that basically the businessman that is Dhirubhai Ambani basically he died long before in 2003 4 basically. So he also exists. Then basically he told that basically he basically is connected with I think with some god. So that god basically exists. Then basically he also basically 100 might be exist. 100% he also might be exist. Hello. अरे मैं वहां पे आ जाऊंगा मम्मी को लेने फिर वहां से अपने यहाँ से आटा ले लेंगे. यहाँ से ये हम यहाँ पे जो नजदीक है ना उधर से. हाँ मैं देख लूंगा, तो बोला होगा तो दे दूंगा। Then he told that basically Swami Narayan basically controls the brain of anyone basically. Swami Narayan basically controls the brain of the any person basically. Then he told that basically yes basically that is possible basically. He can control anyone's brain also basically. That much power basically he have got. That means basically you want to say the Swami Narayan basically exist in lots of basically places basically like London. London also Swami Narayan basically temple are there. In US also basically Swaminarayan temple. That means Indian basically exist here basically everywhere basically. So you want to say that means you want to say the Swaminarayan is in London. That means you want to say Swaminarayan family is in USA. That basically then basically he told that basically mostly it is not possible basically. Mostly it is not possible. Mostly he might be in India only basically because he basically is from Indian land basically. So if he is basically from India land basically, then mostly he will basically might be staying in India only basically. That 99% possibilities of that is that only basically. 99 possibilities this only basically. He might exist in India land only basically. Mostly might be possible that he might exist in India land only basically. That means Swaminarayan basically is also doing some process. Swaminarayan God is doing also some process basically of Krishna Bhagwan God. Then he told that basically yes, basically 100% he is also doing some process. So what process actually is doing here? These political people groups are doing some process. Then basically they are doing some process. Then this group are doing some process. That group is doing some process. The software companies are basically doing some process. The person basically is not getting job basically, so he is doing some process to get the job. Yeah, that person is doing some process so that basically he is not supposed to get the job. They are going doing some process. One person is trying for the job and then another person is telling that he is not supposed to get job, so that basically somebody is doing some process. So which type of process basically this is ongoing basically? Then that World Bank basically told that basically basically I reached up to this basically the Swami Narayan basically I reached up to Swami Narayan basically. Then basically he told that basically Guru Nanak also exists. That also might be possible basically because Guru Nanak basically I think Swami Narayan and Guru Nanak basically both are basically died at same time only basically. Then one person told that Guru Nanak also exists. That World Bank basically person only told that Guru Nanak also exists. If Swami Narayan basically God basically exists, then he told that basically it is possible here. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Process basically that is ongoing. That's why. That means some universe group is telling that basically we are basically going to finish the. We are 100% going to finish this process. That's why basically Swami Narayan exists, Guru Nanak Ji exists, then basically Pramukh Swami exists. If this all group basically exists, then basically political group basically that basically who died, that is Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. This all group basically 100% exists. Sometimes some group basically told that basically Hitler also exists or what? Hitler also exists or what? Basically? Then he told that basically 100% yeah, he also might be exist. Then basically he told that basically if Hitler exists, then basically which kind of process he might be doing here? He literally asked. Then basically he told that basically Narendra Modi is created by Hitler person basically. Then he told that Jawaharlal Nehru is also created by Hitler or what? Then literally he told that basically India is created by Hitler or what? Then he told that basically that means Hitler is basically driver of India. That basically you can say also basically that Hitler is a driver of India. That means India basically country is ongoing and basically he is driving, and lots of passenger are basically sitting in his vehicle basically. Vehicle means basically his process basically. That means you want to say like that. Then basically he told that basically Germany basically people says that Germany has created software company, Germany has created computer, Germany has created internet. That means you want to say the Hitler basically group has created this whole thing, software company, this whole thing basically. Then basically he told that basically direct basically never comes in front of the public. That means you want to say he basically hired someone, that might be Subhash Chandra Bose or Nehru basically. Then basically he might be playing like this in India. That is also possible because he never comes in front basically. He always basically like to play safe. So that might be possible basically. He might have told that basically Nehruji, Netaji, you basically handle the India country. Netaji, basically you handle the software company basically. You handle the computers basically in the world, in the India basically. That would be okay. Then basically this both people basically told, yeah, basically that would be okay. I will handle entire politics. You handle entire company basically. Like SBI Bank also you only handle Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Then he told that basically I have many banks group basically also. They will basically going to handle the entire India banking side, that is basically the monetary side basically. Then he told that basically, yeah, basically directly basically he never comes in front of the, and he always play for from safe side only basically. That means basically he might have hired few resources basically. That means he is a human resource person, and he might have hired Nehru ji, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Patel, then Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Nathuram Godse, Mahatma Gandhi. This group is basically are of Hitler group basically. What to say? No, basically of Nehruji and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose group. And Hitler basically says that I have hired these two people. I am the human resource basically person who basically has hired these two people basically. Sorry, the entire group basically of political people and the who is basically handling the entire company. So you want to say like that directly? Then he told that basically that is possible basically. But he then basically Hitler told that basically I am just a servant here basically Sunil. There are lots of king people basically, king and queen basically. They are basically handling me basically. Then basically he told that who is that king and who is that queen basically. That family basically. They are my human resource. I basically is a recruiter by basically I am the just employee of that particular people basically. That is basically the kings and queen basically. So you want to say like that? So just see basically who are the human resource basically who basically hires the people, and how basically the process basically is ongoing basically. So we a little bit more about this process only basically we are going to see in next video, because this is connecting to each and every software basically, each and every internet basically data pipeline, each and every computers basically which has been created, each and every business development thing basically which is ongoing, because the server is equal to business development officer. Server is basically created on the base of set of project basically which is created by the business development group basically. So that basically we are going to see in the next video basically.